everybody, Kelly Engineering here, and welcome to a quick mod spotlight on update 2.8.10 of Silence Gems, aka the one where we finally have the supercharger block that works. So, in Silence Gems, we used to have Supercharge. Well, we still have Supercharged Gems, but if you look in teal there, it says it's the legacy item, which means once Silent Gear is fully complete, we're no longer going to have these gems. Instead, we're going to have a different way of supercharging. Instead of crafting them, we're going to be using this block and some new items in order to make our gems better. So the supercharger block is part of Silent Gems, but it is a block specifically made for Silent Gear. It's a little confusing, but we'll get on with it. The first thing that you're going to need is some Chaos Iron. Chaos Iron is 2 Chaos Essence, 1 Iron Ingot, and you get an unfired Chaos Ingot. The unfired Chaos Ingot can go into any furnace, smelt it up, and you're going to get some Chaos Iron. Come on, buddy. Alright, so now we have our Chaos Iron Ingot. The second thing you're going to need is Charging Agents, Tier 1, which is 6 Chaos Essence, 2 Glowstone Dust, piece of Lapis, and you get 2 of them. Using both of those items, you can make the Supercharger, and you'll see there's a tooltip that says yes, there's no texture yet, but the block does work. So, you'll need 3 Obsidian, a block of Lapis, a Diamond, 2 Charging Agent Tier 1s, and Chaos Iron Ingots. After you make that up, you need to make this little multi-block structure right here. So this is a 7x7 area with pillars on each corner and the supercharger in the center. The pillar for a tier 1 is just a block of Chaos Iron and any gem block. It doesn't have to be ruby, that's just what I've used. So in this chest here, I have 3 different rubies. I have a regular ruby, I have one that is grade SSS in Silence Gems, and one that's grade SSS in Silent Gear. I'm also going to take this charging agent. If I go up to the supercharger block, which is being fed from a chaos node, any chaos producing item, such as this chaos node or these pylons, can be used to charge the supercharger. So I'm going to put in my tier 1 charging agent and the regular ruby. And that's going to apply Supercharging 1. I'm also going to put in the Silence Gems, grade SSS. I'm going to just hold control and mouse over both of them. If you look at the bottom on the Silent Gear stats, you'll see that there is absolutely no change between a regular and a grade SSS Silence Gems ruby at all. That's because when you're putting things through the supercharger block, it is applying a stat to a Silent Gear items. The stuff at the top in green, the attack speed, melee damage, that's going to be removed in the full release of Silent Gear. And then we put in the ruby that's grade SSS for Silent Gear. And you look at it, and you'll see that the stats are drastically different. So instead of the harvest speed 11.3, we're dealing with harvest speed 15.82. That's awesome. I'm going to stop this rain real quick. So, I'm going to move on to the tier 2. In the tier 2, I'm going to be messing up some garnets. And I'm actually going to give myself another garnet because I want to show something off. So, hold with me for a sec. So I'm going to take this garnet and this grade SSS Silent Gear garnet and this tier 2. So, I am dealing with a tier 2 multi-block structure now, which is a block of enriched Chaos Essence, a block of Chaos Iron, and any gem block. I have put a garnet block here just to show you that this multi-block structure will work even if you're using different gems for the tips. So I have a tier 1 charging agent in here right now, and I'm going to plop that in here. So even though this is a tier 2 multi-block structure, you can still do lower tier supercharging. So I have supercharged 1. The multi-block structure will recognize... I need to give myself another garnet. The multi-block structure will recognize whatever the lowest pillar is. So I'm going to destroy this pillar and make it a tier 1 pillar. So this is a tier 1 pillar. The rest are tier 3. If I try to do tier 2 supercharging here, it's not going to work because the lowest pillar in the structure is a tier 1. So I'm going to put in a tier 1, and you'll see that it starts to work. Boom. So I'm going to make this a... There we go. So now it's back to tier 2. This one's being fed by passive chaos pylons, and no matter what tier you're doing, what chaos generating thing you're doing, doesn't matter. So, gonna hold control again. If you see down at the bottom in orange, you'll see chargeability 1.2. The chargeability of the ruby was 1.1. Different gems have different chargeabilities, and that means how susceptible it is to supercharging when you throw it in. So I'm going to throw this in here now, get a supercharged 2 garnet. So this is regular tier, or correction, not graded. And now I'm going to have my triple S graded. Boom. Control over. And the harvest speed, 21.4. All the stats went up crazy. Now, also you'll notice in the garnet, so I have my, which one is this? This is a Silent Gear, grade triple S, supercharged 1. And if you look at harvest speed, which is in yellow just below rarity, you'll see that if you use this gem in a tool, it's going to up the harvest speed, the harvest level to 3. Supercharged 2 puts the harvest level at 4, which is exactly what I wanted. So I'm going to keep this. In order to make the tier 2 charging agent, you just need 4 Chaos Essence, 2 tier 1 charging agents, an Eye of Ender, and 2 Chorus Fruit. You get 2 tier 2 charging agents. And we're going to move on to tier 3. Now, you can't make the tier 3 yet unless you have Ender Essence. But looking at Ender Essence, the harvest level is level 4. Up until this point, harvest level 4 did not exist in Silent Gems. You had to use Silent Gear pickaxes. So I'm going to use this Supercharged 2 Garnet, Supercharged 2 Garnet, and a Supercharged 1. So if you look at this Garnet right here, actually, here we go. This Ruby, grade triple S. So this is a Silent Gem, grade triple S Ruby. If you look at the Ruby here, it says not analyzed. That's because grade triple S in Silent Gems does not matter as far as Silent Gear is concerned. So I'm going to make this pickaxe head, and this pickaxe head is harvest level 4. Put it in there. So I'm going to make up my make up a garnet pickaxe, harvest level 4, dandy. And now that I have a harvest level 4, whoops, I can now harvest this ore. Smelt it up, and you get Ender Essence. I'll put that away for now. Now the tier 3 works just the same. You need a block of Ender Essence, 2 blocks of Ender Essence, Enriched Chaos, block of Chaos Iron, and once again any gem. You also need a tier 3 charging agent. Tier 3 charging agent is a Nether Shard, 2 Ender Essence, 2 tier 2 charging agents, and 4 Chaos Essence. I've elected to use topazes for this. So, I'm going to charge that in there. Where are... Oop. Supercharge this up. And boom. I have a regular Supercharged 3 topaz. And while that's supercharging up, so this topaz, regular, not supercharged, and then a Supercharged 3 regular topaz. Armor durability times 99. Harvest level 5. So if I use this in anything, it's going to be amazing. To say nothing of what the grade SSS is capable of now. So grade SSS, armor durability times 24, vice the 17 of a regular tier. Now I have armor durability times 139. So you're going to have pretty OP armor and tools if you decide to use a Supercharged 3 gem. That is really all there is to it. You can use any chaos producing item, any gem at the tip of the pillar. And Silent says that he's going to, he's still working on getting this texture proper. If you wanted to make items out of chaos iron, right now you're SOL. Chaos iron tools do not have textures yet either, and those are being worked on. But it is possible to use chaos iron to make your tools. So we're going to wait until the textures are a little bit more complete. But if you want to mess around with it in a single player world, by all means, it's now available to you. But I'm Kelly Engineer. I hope you enjoy this little update how-to, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.